Was arrested early this morning after police say he stabbed someone in front of the courthouse in downtown Portland. Police say just after midnight, 41-year-old Basir Nourzay flagged down an officer near Southwest 4th and Main, saying he was being chased by 3 men. Officers eventually determined Nourzay had stabbed one of the men during a fight at the waterfront near the Hawthorne Bridge. Nourzay attempted to run away but was caught by an officer. He was arrested on multiple felony charges. The victim was taken to a nearby hospital and is expected to recover.